Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. I have a very simple editorial today. A very simple editorial. I want to talk about a situation which we are currently, where the economy is going down. So when the economy goes down, what do you do? It's not rocket science. It's not major economic. You don't have to be a PhD in economics to tell you what to do when the economy is going down. Everybody knows that you have to create demand. You have to ensure that people spend money. You need to ensure that people have money. And to ensure that people have money, you either need to take loan from international banks, or you need to create money. You need to devalue your money and print more money, or you need to have international investors coming and investing in India. Their investment will give India money. It will give jobs. It'll build better infrastructure for the country. So that's what you normally do when the economy is down. Are we doing any of these? Let's talk about that. Let's get right into the show. You see, like I said, one of the things that India needs currently is a lot of foreign investment. Foreign investment helps in multiple ways. Number one, it gets India money. It gives us money. Number two, it gives our youth, our workers job, our people job. So it gives you jobs. Third, it builds infrastructure, because wherever these large companies go, they build a community, they build a better infrastructure, good roads, small, it's almost like a small city. And fourth, most importantly, international investments, it gets international products, international brands, and international brands gives you the power to choose. Whether you want to buy a foreign product, or you want to buy an Indian product, you want to buy X product, you want to buy Y product, that power to choose. And like Mahatma Gandhi said, it makes consumer the king. So these are the benefits that we get. Let's first talk about the economy. We know our economy is in doldrums currently. We know for a fact that our youth requires job, because job is something that's very scarce in India today. A lot of people have lost jobs. So we require to create jobs. So obviously, one would think, why not invite more and more people to come into India and invest in India, start their business in India. There was a venture called Make in India once upon a time. Now, what happens to a person when he comes to India? So a foreign company says that, okay, I want to come into India, and this company comes to India. What happens? Firstly, our senior union minister, Mr. Piyush Goyal, says that, listen, you know what? You guys know, I'll tell you exactly the statement he made. They said, Amazon, may have put in $1 billion, but if they make a loss of $1 billion every year, then they jolly well will have to finance that $1 billion. So it is as if they are doing a favor to India when they invest billions of dollars. But there you invest billions of dollars. You are not doing a favor and all. Hey, bye. We are not doing a favor and all. So, you invest $1 million, you lose $1 billion, you reinvest $1 billion, big deal. You are not doing us a favor. This is what our attitude towards a company like Amazon is. I would rather think that if I am in a place where my economy is bad, if I need international investors, I would rather go and ask them as to what more can I do for you to ensure that you invest more in my economy, more in my country. What more can I do for you is what my question would be. What happens is, these are the same international investors, they go out and say, please don't come into India, don't invest in India, because this is how we were treated. Almost a year and a half back, Toyota, the vice chairman of Toyota had made a statement. He said, the message we are getting after we have come here, invested money, is that we don't want you. This is Vice Chairman Shekhar Vishwanathan had said this to Bloomberg TV. Of course, later on, the then IT Information and Broadcasting Minister, my apologies, said that no, aisa kuch bola nahi tha. In fact, they are investing 2,000 crores, and they also retract and say no, we are investing that and we are investing this and all of that. But the fact remains that they said the kind of taxes that you are leaving on us, we can't get our best products to India. People will not buy our vehicles, Baba. Your market is, the market is slumped. The market is going down. So people will not buy my product. What are we talking about here? How can you levy so much taxes? Now, they are not the only company that said that. Tesla wanted to come into India, but the price of Tesla electric vehicles are already high, and the import duty of 60 to 100% will take them beyond the reach of most customers in the country. Tesla said, no, I will not come because 60 to 100% taxes I am not willing to pay. मेरा वैसे भी गाड़ी expensive है यार. You are going to charge 100% excise about import duty. Okay. The latest example. Vodafone पहले ही बोला. They said, Baba, listen, 45% हम लोग ने invest किया है. We are not going to invest anymore. Literally, sum and substance of what they said is, Baba, listen, whatever we invested, ठीक है, let it be. I am not going to invest any more money. Now, Birla, you run it. Idea, you run it. Idea tied up with Vodafone, it became Vodafone Idea Limited, VIL, and the chairman, Mr. Kumalamangalam Birla, yesterday resigned. Before resigning, he said, my dear government, please tell me whether you have the intention to have a 3-player market in telecom industry. Do you have the intention? If not, मेरा जो 26% है ना, भाई, you tell me who should I give? Should I give you government? Should I give an entity that you say? Should I give another government body? You decide, I will give it to them. What is he meaning by that? And he is not an international, he is not a foreigner. This is Kumaramangalam Birla, the 4th or 5th generation businessman of India. What does he mean to say by that? He means to say that, Baba, listen, you know what? Because of the kind of environment that the government has created, and I am not talking about this government alone, because this telecom industry, it is thanks to also the UPA government. The environment that you have created in this industry, you can't survive. It is almost we are getting suffocated. Now, over and above that, of course, the fact is now it is almost as if 1 or 2 player can survive. Now there are 3 players, that is Vodafone Idea, Airtel and Jio. Vodafone looks as if Vodafone is going to close down very soon. Now you will have Airtel and Jio. How long will Airtel survive? God knows. And of course there is BSNL, but there also one doesn't know how long is that going to last. So the first point in my editorial I want to make is that somewhere down the line, if you don't make people come here and invest, your economy is not going to grow. Ye jo Atmanirbhar and all that is all good. But the fact remains that we require international investment. Point number 1. Point number 2. Listen, this I have said it before also. I am repeating myself at the cost of repeating myself. People invest if they get money, if you help them make money. If I am going to put 100 rupees into a market, into your market, I want you to tell me that, listen, you put 100 rupees, I will give you 150 rupees back. Then I will invest 100 rupees. You tell me, hey, you are investing 100 rupees, you are doing me a favor or what? You invest 100 rupees more, you may go into loss. I don't know, Baba. Is anybody going to invest in your market? This is what he said, isn't it? This is what our senior union minister, Mr. Piyush Goyal, said, didn't he? We are making things more and more difficult for investors, for international investors especially. And the message that is going out is the fact that India is getting tougher and tougher and tougher to invest. Acha, we also seem to have problem with almost every investor, every foreign company. We have a problem with Twitter. We have a problem with Facebook. We have a problem with Amazon when their serials come up. We have a problem with Netflix. We seems to be having a problem with everybody, and how come? Why? Are we, what is worrying me is, are we going backwards? Are we going back to the ambassador and fiat days? Are we going back to the Rajdut and the Chetak days? Are we going back? Are we going back to the days when there is one telecom provider where you book your telephone and possibly by the time you are going to get married, you get the phone. 10 years, 11 years, you get the phone. Are we going back to that age? Are we going back to the 1970s? It looks as if it is. You see, consumer needs to have a choice. I spoke to you about economy. Now let me talk about what consumer loses. You see, companies like Amazon, companies like Walmart, companies like even Reliance for that matter of fact, these companies, if all these companies are competing against each other, then what happens is each of them try to give you the best. And as a marketing person, let me tell you, I will assure you that every day, morning, afternoon, evening, the only thing that these companies, when there is competition, the only thing these companies think is how to serve you better. Remember the old telephone company? Remember how you were treated when you went there? And go to a Vodafone or go to one of these Airtels or even Jio for that matter of fact. See the way you are treated. Why they treat you well? Because if you don't like a Vodafone, you will go to an Airtel. So therefore, they treat you well. As a consumer, you have a choice and you have value. The earlier days, if the lineman, I remember, I don't know if people of my age will relate to what I'm saying. You know, if you don't keep the lineman happy, your phone is disconnected for the next 1 month. So every day morning you have to go and you have to first pay your respects to the lineman in your area. That's how it used to work, and we somewhere are going back to that. This is the point that I am trying to make. If you are going to make okay, before I say that, you know, just to give you some data, let's talk about telecom market itself. Since we are on the subject. We had close to 12 players in India once upon a time. It is reduced to 3 now. Chances are it will get reduced to 2. Chances are it may get reduced to 1. You see, in America, United States of America, today there are 30 service providers. 30. In Brazil, there are 7 to 8 service providers. In United Kingdom, chota country, there are 4 service providers. In Russia, there are 5 service providers. You see, we, other than increasing the choice for the consumers, we are decreasing the choice for the consumers. We are getting back into monopoly. Our airports are monopolized. Our ports are getting monopolized. Energy at some point is getting monopolized. We, other than getting into multiple manufacturers, multiple service providers, multiple brands, we are shrinking to a single brand country. And then what's going to happen is when the next time you go to a shop, the shopkeeper will tell you, "Mangta hai to lo, nahi to nikal jao." I hope India doesn't reach to that stage. Before I end, as usual, I would like to request you to subscribe to our channel. Like I always say, we need to pay our bills, and your subscription helps us to do so. Please log on to www.hwnews.in. Subscribe to our channel and help us to provide you with news, views and analysis without any fear or favors. Till I see you next time. Namaskar.